Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing an exciting video, pretty different and pretty fun. I've been seeing this here on YouTube for a little bit, and I will leave the creator of this video down below in the description and on the screen so I don't mess up her name. She is like amazing to come up with this video. I thought it was so cool, and I've been seeing a ton of people do it as well, so I figured I would go ahead and try it out and see what it's all about because I thought it was really interesting and I wanted to give it out a shot as well. So today I'm gonna be mixing up all of my foundations. So I have all of my foundations in here ready to go. I actually just started organizing all of my foundations because I have multiple shades of each one. So I do have them all in here. They're kind of a mess right now because I went to go ahead and pick out the ones that I'm not gonna be using today. So we're not gonna use the ones that are just not my tone. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna play out. I have this heart little bowl right here that I'm gonna put all the foundations in. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. I'm super excited. Have I said that yet? I don't know. So if you guys are interested on seeing the end result of all my foundations mixed together into one to make one shade and how it wears, which I'm really interested to see, then let's go ahead and hop right on in. So I'm gonna put about a pump of each one into this little bowl right here. I say this a lot, but if you guys have been watching, I do like to mix my foundations in with another foundation to make my perfect shade or make my perfect, you know, concoction, but I never mix multiples, so I never mix more than two. So this is gonna be really interesting to see how it goes. One shade for me sometimes isn't enough. I can never find my perfect shade. It's a really big struggle. I actually just found my perfect shade in the new NARS foundation, so yay for that. I'm really interested to see what color we're gonna get. It could be way too dark, it could be way too light. We are gonna roll with it. So all these foundations in here are liquid, and I do have, I think, two that are stick forms. And I also don't have a little spatula or anything to mix it in, so I'm just gonna use this end of this unicorn brush to go ahead and mix up the foundations as we go. So the first one I'm gonna start off with is the new Maybelline Super Stay, and I'm gonna use the shade Natural Beige. And then I do like to mix that one in with this shade to get my perfect one. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in here. One that I actually use like on the daily. That's how I make my foundation. So I'm just gonna also use it as well as this shade Natural Ivory. In with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade 2, which is natural. And I'm super low on it and it is a little bit old. I haven't used this one in a while. It's okay. Woo! Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done. Whoa. Next up I have the NYX Total Cover Drops. A little bit. Ooh, that is super liquidy. I forgot how liquidy that was. It's pretty cool to see the different types of textures. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're over here. And I really hope this makes enough. By the videos I saw, it does make enough, but it's not like a lot. This one is the Matte and Poreless from Maybelline. They fit me. And I haven't used this in a while. Whoa. Next up I have Bare Mineral Bare Pro. Whoa. Then we have the MAC Studio Face and Body. Then I have Too Faced Peach Perfect, and this is one of their newer foundations. It's the Comfort Matte Foundation. Another thing, I'm interested to see, like, I'm interested to see, of course, the color tone that we get, the shade, but also if it's gonna be matte, dewy, because each one of these, remember, are different types of finishes. Then I have the LA Girl Pro Coverage. Woo! Oh my god. Then I have Makeup Forever Ultra HD. And I do have another one of that in the shade Y335. This one's my lighter shade, and that one is the darker shade. So I'm gonna squirt a little bit in here. And my shade always ranges. Oh, I don't have anything left. Just kidding. Then I have another LA Girl Pro Coverage because I like to mix, like I said. I know I'm not gonna keep saying that. It's super repetitive, I know, but I do like to mix them, so I'm gonna use this one as well just because, girl, I don't know what shade we're gonna end up with. It very well can be super dark. It might not match me. We might have to put foundation all the way down to my neck, to be honest, because I don't know how this is gonna work out. Right now, this is what we're looking like. Then we have L'Oreal Pro Glow. Then we have L'Oreal Infallible Matte. Whoops. L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. Ew. I have the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, and this comes on a little applicator, so I'm gonna just kind of twist it into the bowl. Then we have Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Then I have Pure Bare It All, and this is more of a thick one if I can remember. Yeah, pretty thick. New NARS ones, these are the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I'm gonna go in with this one first. Then I have an e.l.f. foundation. Woo, okay. Then we have CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir of Self Tanning. And I have like 20 of these in different shades, so I'm just gonna use the one that I know I would be. We have Fenty Beauty. Then I have the Stila Stay All Day. Woo, okay. Just gonna get a little in there. I have the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. This is the Ultra HD. Is a stick one, so I'm just gonna take the end of this unicorn brush and just slightly take a little bit. I do like this foundation, so I don't really wanna ruin it. So I'm just gonna take that much. And then I have one more stick foundation from Stila, and this is again their Stay All Day cover, but in the foundation stick form. So I'm just gonna scrape a tiny bit as well. And I believe those are all of the foundations, so that is what we're looking like. Crazy, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm just gonna go ahead and start mixing it up. Ooh. Because some of them are thick in here, it's making like a weird consistency. So that is what we're looking like. This is the shade. And the more I look at it, it kind of looks like a good shade, but it looks maybe a tad bit dark. But other than that, the tone looks okay. And it's a little chunky just because of the different textures in here, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna use the back of this to apply it to my skin, because if I dunk a beauty blender, I feel like I'm just gonna soak up all of it because it didn't make that much. So before I go ahead and apply this, I am gonna use a primer just because that's how I always apply my foundations. Go ahead and use my Smashbox one, just a little bit into my T-zone. All right, so this is all mixed up. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to my skin. Those chunks are really like making me nervous. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply it just like this. You guys, this color doesn't even look that bad. I really thought I was gonna end up with an orange shade. I'm not kidding. What? I'm super excited right now. Okay. I don't really know how much I'm gonna put on. It's really hard to do this with the end of this because it's pointy. I'm just gonna use the other side and put it on since it's a brush. Oh, whoa. That's pretty full coverage. I mean, we used some that had full coverage and some that were sheerers than others, so I don't know. Wow. You guys, this color isn't even that dark. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and start blending it into the skin. My mirror is over here, so if I'm looking in that direction, that is why. I mean, it is slightly darker than my skin tone. I'm gonna zoom you guys too. Slightly darker, and I feel like it is oxidizing a little bit. When I first put it on, it was a little bit lighter, and now it's turning a little bit darker, as you can see in some spots. I mean, it is a little bit darker, but I'm gonna blend it down to my neck as always, and to my ear. So it is like oxidizing, I think, a lot. I think that it turned like a little bit orangey on me personally. I don't really know which foundation would have done that, which one that normally oxidizes, but maybe just the mix of them together, that's what's happening. I'm pretty shocked of how like close the match would be. I really thought I was going to be super dark. Not that I use dark foundations, but I like I said, mix them. So just by mixing them alone, some of them are darker than others. So I just really thought I was gonna end up with a really dark shade, but it is a little bit too dark down there. But add my concealer, of course, after this and everything. So we are gonna try to make it work. I still wanna see how the end result would be with wearing it and everything like that. So I'm not saying it's bad just yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and dunk the beauty blender in like that and see if it's buildable in these areas. See, when I first put it on, it's like light. And then it starts changing a little bit, but by no means am I saying it's awful just yet. I definitely have to get closer to see what it's doing up close. I mean, it definitely is like full coverage because I did have some spots right over here and it's covering them pretty well. Just going in with this Vanity Planet brush just to kind of blend everything down and make sure it's all even coloring. Pretty flawless. I mean, it looks like it's breaking up just a tiny bit by my nose area. It doesn't look matte. It looks really luminous. I don't own a ton of matte foundation, so that's probably why. But it doesn't look super dewy either. It looks like a good middle. It looks like a, I don't know, I don't want to say satiny. And it's definitely not sheer because I see full coverage happening. But this did make a decent amount of product. I was a little nervous that it wasn't going to, but I still have some left over in here. So I'm gonna leave it in here just like this for now. And, whoops. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealing and a little bit of bronzing, set it all under there, and then I'll be back on camera in a few seconds to share with you my thoughts. All right guys, so final thoughts on me mixing all of my foundations into one. The complexion looks pretty okay, but it just looks patchy around this skin. Like around my mouth took it a little bit different than like my forehead per se. It does look pretty flawless and really pretty when I'm looking at it, but the feeling that I feel, it just feels really heavy and it doesn't feel comfortable at all. And that's definitely because we have different types of foundations mixed into one. We have some that are luminous, some that are matte, we have some higher coverage than others. So just the whole thing combined, I think just made a weird consistency, and I just don't know. I'm pretty shocked at the results that I did get though. It was a really cool video to go ahead and do for you guys. You never know if you're gonna wind up loving the concoction that you get. So if you guys do try it out and you did wind up loving it, let me know down below in the comments. Of course, it's not like realistic on the daily basis or anything like that, but it's something cool and fun, and I'm glad I didn't do any more because I did not want to be wasteful with my foundation, girl. So I will be back in a little bit with the final thoughts after wearing it for about a few hours. I can't promise it's going to be on my skin all day though, because it definitely feels heavy right now. It feels like it's actually slipping off my skin when I actually set it down. So I don't really know how that comes into play, but I'm gonna leave it on for a little bit. I really hope I don't break out because of this, but I will be back in a little bit to share with you the very end result. Hey guys, so I'm back a little bit later now. I did just change my nose ring to a ring again. I don't know, I've been going back and forth recently. I don't know why. But anyway, this skin looks okay. I feel like when I wear just one or two foundations, my skin looks a lot better. Definitely just don't think all the foundations that I personally used mixed all together was a great outcome. And will I ever do it again? Probably not. I just didn't love it. I'm so shocked about the color though, because as the day is going on, I don't think it looks super dark. I think it really matches me. But yeah, I personally don't love it. I don't love the outcome of it. I do love all the foundations that I use. There are one or two that I'm not 100% in love with, but all the other foundations that I have used are my like love foundations, even though I do have a lot. I believe that is all for this video. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you guys are not already. The button is down below, and go ahead and thumbs it up if you liked this video. And until my next video, I will catch you then. Bye. Mwah.